The new Bachelor of Education Early Years at NMIT is a 4-year full-time teaching degree that provides the skills and industry qualifications to be employed as a teacher across the early years spectrum.
The Education Early Years course is a teaching preparation course for people who are wanting to specialise in educating children from birth to 8 years. We take seriously the idea that we need to get students prepared for contemporary classrooms, and that is the sort of cultural diversity mix that's around.
NMIT Early Years students will learn the importance of the early years of a child's life and be skilled in supporting contemporary children's diverse learning, growth and development needs in a range of educational settings.
When you're a teacher in that setting for the first day, it's like, what do you do when half the children don't speak English if that's the only language you have?
Teaching is really, really complex, and if you just take a simplistic view, if a student takes a simplistic view of what they're meant to be doing, they'll almost certainly get it wrong.
Students will be well equipped to work with children and families across diverse backgrounds and contexts to ensure all children are supported to succeed in their early years. They will understand the professional context of both children's services and primary schools and be able to work as teachers in both settings.
It's constantly challenging, it's always changing, and there's a real longevity to a career in education as well, I think. By this point in the year, we are able to run a room on our own, and we're able to develop and implement different experiences for the children based on all their different learning needs and emotional, social needs.
I love the course. I think it's set up really well. The teachers are really supportive and there's a lot of engagement in terms of assisting you. So I really like it, I'm enjoying it.
The way the staff support you and deliver the coursework really encourages that kind of critical thinking and allows you really to be creative and explore where you want to go with it and where it can take you.
Everybody gets the support that they need to ensure that they're getting the best possible grades and best possible education. The students get a lot more support than they would if they were at a bigger university.
NMIT has a commitment to practical application of teaching theory and knowledge and sees placement as an essential component of pre-service teacher education. As a result, the academic program has placement occurring every week of the academic year. In the 4-year program, students will complete 184 days of placement in a program that has clear commitment to building work-ready teacher graduates.
The opportunity for teacher candidates to actually be on site with a group of children is invaluable. You can spend a long time reading books and doing research and just honing your theoretic skills, but without having that opportunity to be on the ground playing with children and seeing what really makes them tick, it would be virtually impossible.
Being out on prac placement is actually, you're living and breathing it, so it's really reality. So they're actually, if you're getting both and it's an even delivery, is that you can apply that what you're learning into the real world straight away. It's not you're doing a placement and then a few months later you're actually trying to apply that to what you're doing.
I'm actually on my last day of a 5-week block placement. So I've been here every day for the last 5 weeks.
It really just blends together everything that you've been taught.
I love the diversity of the placement, going to sessional kinder, going to primary school, so it's good to have all of that to be able to choose which one I might like to actually stick with.
Bringing the theory in as sort of the lens through which you examine the practice is that's the way I work myself.
They are constantly coming into us on campus and then going out to placement and trying things out, coming back to us, talking about what they learned, talking about what that means for their theory and their understanding of theory, and going back out and trying again. And so the idea that theory and practice can be separated is not one that we support.
The Early Years course at NMIT offers students new flexibility, with students having the option to exit after 2, 3 and 4 years. Completing 2 years full-time, students will receive recognition as a qualified room leader in children's services. Completing 3 years full-time, students will receive a kindergarten teaching qualification. And completing the full 4 years, students will receive a dual kindergarten and primary early years teacher qualification.
I do think it gives you options because obviously you can't predict what's going to happen in 3-4 years time. So at least then you know that, well, if something comes up and I do need to exit at this point, I have a qualification and I can use that. It's going to be something that's practical for me.
When I was introduced to the idea that I'd be able to leave with an actual certificate, so leave with my diploma and then continue and leave as a qualified kinder teacher rather than drop out and have nothing, that was definitely something that really appealed to me in case, something came up in my life where I needed to not be at uni. I wouldn't be leaving completely empty-handed.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's so much better. I'll go home and I'll speak to my friends and they'll be like, oh, I was in meetings for 7 hours today and I had to do, 14 hours of overtime this week. And I was like, well, we tied streamers to trees today and ran around dressed up as bears. So we had a super fun day. So it's heaps better than having an office job and having to sit at a desk and at a computer all day. We get to be outside. That's what I really like, is getting to be outside and stuff.
For more information, visit www.nmit.edu.au and search Early Years, or call 03 9269 1390.